I'm gonna give this one more shot. Because every time I do these videos, I get super sidetracked of one topic, then the video ends up being super long. So let's just take it one step at a time. I hate ants. Ants got in my room the other day, and they were in the electrical socket. Like, I thought I was super prepared. They found a way to like screw me over one more time, because I had my ant spray ready like this year for the first time. I don't know why I just don't ever have ant spray ready, but this year I did. Turns out I couldn't even use it because they prepared too, I guess. They got in my electrical socket and I didn't want to set the house on fire, so I ended up using a vacuum cleaner and spending nearly an hour trying to get rid of them. So that was fun for me. I'm sorry if I'm looking over this way. I'm playing Fallout Shelter, and this game's super fun because there's no weird microtransactions on it. And if you have a device that can play it, definitely go play it. It's the best. It's nice, and it's just dumb. Okay, it's just spend a few minutes playing it at a time. So where was I going with this? Hate ants. I got a haircut. I like it nice and short. I need to get more haircuts because having long hair is super fun, but it's also super demanding sometimes. I guess it's not. I don't know. Like I always say, every time I get a haircut, I'm like, I want to keep it this short, and I never actually do. I'm a huge liar. But I've been thinking about that. And I have been playing some video games. I've been playing lots and lots of video games. This is brand new for me, actually. It's a brand new concept for me. Because recently I've been slowing down on playing video games. Because school, but now school is over. So, yeah, I actually got my school stuff ready because I thought I was done last week. But apparently not, because I forgot to pay. And what they have is you register for your classes, and then after you register for your classes, you have 7 days to pay for your classes. And I go, oh no, do they mean like, hold on, like I don't know why I was interpreting it as 7 days before class, or 7 days after classes started. But no, it's 7 days after you register. So I went ahead and paid for my classes. And I was on the cusp because my deadline was this Thursday. So tomorrow, or depending on whenever you're watching this video. But yeah, there's that. So I got that settled. Yeah, I've been playing more video games. I've been playing more and more Fallout. I'm close to the end of the main campaign, and I heard after you finish that, the game just ends, and that's why the DLC is supposed to fix the game, because the DLC lets you play after the main campaign is over. So I don't have the DLC. I'm borrowing a friend's copy of Fallout. So I'm just gonna. I might just end up buying it because Fallout 3 right now. I'm assuming it's pretty cheap. It's got to be less than $10 at this point, or at least $10 depending on where I buy it. But yeah, the game's super fun. I've also been playing a lot of Bloodborne. I'm also close to finishing that game. I'm like literally at the final boss. I made attempts at it. I was this close to finishing the first port, if you know what I'm talking about. I'm going for the true ending. And yes, I know what it looks like. I spoiled the game for myself. But I don't really care much for spoilers in that game in terms of boss fights, because the story is really up to your own interpretation, right? So I've been reading item descriptions and stuff like that, watching videos on YouTube, trying to piece together stuff that I just don't understand. But other than that, you know, it's been my own experience, and it's super fun. It's my first Souls game ever, and I'm glad, because my friend who's played the other Souls game is struggling with it, because it's just different. Bloodborne's way faster than the other games. I've seen Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls, and Demon Souls being played, and it's slow compared, because you have to worry about your equipment load. You have to worry about, you know, your shields and that type of stuff. As far as I know, the only thing I have to worry about with Bloodborne is do I look cool or not? And I'm wearing the crow feather garb, so I think I look pretty hot. But other than that, I guess just durability, weapon. I guess that's the only carryover as far as I know from the Souls games. But that game's super fun. And the last game I've been playing is Arkham Knight. I finished the campaign. Boy, like, it's just like every single one of the other Arkham games. Like, it has a strong finish, and it just flattens out in the end. It just doesn't make it, like, it's such, like, the conclusion is just not at all a conclusion. It was just another day being Batman, and it sucks in that way, because, like, I like the entire package, you know. I just wish the story was better, you know. Like, if he told a different story but kept everything else the same, yeah, I would give it a 10 out of 10. But because the story ends in such a way that I saw a lot of the twists coming, and everything else was just not as interesting to me, I give it like an 8 out of 10 or a 7, because the story is just not the best. I think that, you know, the one time, I think my favorite story out of all the Arkham series, this one, because this one was based off of, I'm not sure if everyone knows this, but Batman Arkham Asylum is based off of the comic book Arkham Asylum, A Serious House on Serious Earth, and they included the whole thing with Joker and Justin Titan into the game. That's not in the comics as far as I know. I'm gonna have to read it again, but the story for Arkham, for A Serious House on Serious Earth, was that Joker traps Batman for an entire night in a prison with all the supervillains that he's arrested, and they're just out trying to get revenge. And that was a concept, and I like that. And if they could remake that, you know, and expand on it, that'd be great. But I like Arkham Asylum a lot better. I mean, I like Arkham Knight because of, you can finally get to play as Batman in the city, right? And that's all I've ever wanted. Because when Arkham Asylum came out, it was around the time they canceled the Dark Knight video game, and the Dark Knight video game was just gonna be Batman in Gotham. And they canceled it, and they had this, and I always kind of was just like, man, Arkham Asylum. I didn't like the logo. I didn't like the Batsuit with the inside-out underpants. You know, but it's a good game. I can't doubt that. It's a good game. I like the series, and I'm glad I played it. But oh man, it's just like, I wish the story was better, man. I just wish the story was better. I wish I didn't see the plot happening in front of me. I wish I didn't call it out like 5 hours before the reveal of who the Arkham Knight was. And it's super obvious. Like, if you know who it is, you're probably, if you have any guesses on who the Arkham Knight is, you're probably right in some way, shape, or form. You're probably right. So that sucks. But it's a good game nonetheless. Like, the additions are pretty good. I just wish that they didn't shove the Batmobile in front of your face. Like, there's some missions that are just so annoying. Like, the Batmobile is not that easy to control, honestly. It's something you have to get used to. It's not something you can just pick up and play, because it controls like it's moving on ice. And there's some missions where they're like, you have to follow this van, or you have to follow this truck. You have to get right close to it, and you have to shoot something. You know, you have to shoot at it. And it sucks because the thing you're following is like turning corners, you know, turning on a dime, and meanwhile you're over here just trying to like drive a tank around going, whoa, whoa, and it's the worst. It's just the worst feeling in the world. But with time, I guess, you kind of learn how to use it. You kind of learn the timing of when to turn and that kind of stuff. Other than that, it was okay. Other than that, I already mentioned my friends. I think I mentioned my friends came over earlier this week. We had fun. My friend just came back from a vacation, and it's the first time I've seen her since graduation. We had lots of fun. Actually, that's not true. I saw her the day before because we both went to Napa. We both went to the college to get our stuff sorted. So we did that. But other than that, that was the first time I've seen her, and it was super fun. And I had another friend who recently came back into the state for a short amount of time because of complications. But yeah, we had fun, and it's just, you know, I'm gonna miss some of these people, because some of these people are gonna be going off to colleges far, far away. Some of these people are going to the Navy, you know, and I'm gonna miss some of them. Yeah. But you know, we have had times together, but sometimes you just have to. Sometimes you just have to figure out when to move on. You know, sometimes you just have to let yourself let go of these things, and it'll take a while, but once you're able to do so, trust me, it's great. And you know, I'm still having trouble with it, but I'm getting there. And this sentence has nothing to do with what I was talking about earlier. It's about an entirely different thing, but it's still applicable. Like, just change is hard. I guess is what I'm gonna say. I really don't want to talk about it in front of the internet. No one watches this stuff, but at the same time, it's like, it's still, just knowing it's out there kind of bothers me. But look, like, some things we have to understand it's just not permanent, and some things, you know, sometimes we have to get hurt before. Sometimes things have to be worse before things get better, and that's something that we often forget, something we all often dismiss. Sometimes we just go ahead and embrace the pain and go, this will be it forever. That's not entirely true. Sometimes it's gonna take a while, and I should know that, because it took me a year or so. It took me like more than a year to figure that out, and I'm still trying to figure that out, and it sucks. And trust me, you know that more than anyone. If only I could talk about it, but I'm not going to, because it makes me uncomfortable. But it's not fun. It's not fun, and I understand that. But you hang in there and you write it out, because you know things will be worth it one day. And I promise that things will be worth it, because how can it not be? This can't possibly what life is. But anyway, that's it for me, I guess. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. I hope everyone struggling with this type of stuff, I hope you all hang in there and realize that a new beginning will come sooner rather than later. But here's the thing, here's the kicker: you can't just wait for it to happen. You have to go out there and make it happen, because if you don't, you're always going to be stuck like this. And I should know that more than anyone, where you know, you spend forever waiting for things to change, and sometimes you try to make a change, but you're going in the wrong direction. You know, you're gonna want to move in a way that it doesn't hurt you, because as much as you want to care about other people, and that's a noble decision to care about other people, you have to remember yourself as well. Sometimes things aren't worth it. Sometimes people aren't worth it, and I hope that you were close to figuring that out, because it's really hard to get that through your skull sometimes. It's super hard to accept. It's super hard to accept that you're worth it. And at the end of the day, I can't push you. You're gonna have to push yourself. But don't be afraid. First of all, don't be afraid to tell anyone that you know. Anyone that you know might care. Make sure that they know, because going through a struggle like this all by yourself sucks. And being alone with your thoughts cannot always be a good thing. Granted, that's how I was able to get through it today. Not exactly through it, but you know, that's how I was able to make progress today. It's not always a solution. Make sure that you have others around you caring for you and helping you out through all this, because it's a tough battle. And I don't know, just preaching, I guess. But anyways, like, I hope everyone's gonna have a fantastic day. If you had a shit day, hey, well, it's over. come back and restart tomorrow. That's what I always say. Anyways, take care, everyone, and I will see you guys next time.